watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Manila Mayor Isko Moreno and his running mate, Dr. Willie Ong, are expected to file their COCs today for the presidential and vice presidential posts. Paulo Barcelon is monitoring the Isko Ong tandem. And Paulo, nandiyan na ba sila?
Well, Pinky, Mayor Moreno just finished the flag raising ceremony at the Manila City Hall, where he was joined by Vice Mayor Hani Lacuna, city officials and staffers. And right now we're outside the Santo Niño de Tondo parish here in Tondo, Manila, where he is expected to say a prayer before heading out to the filing of certificates of candidacy. In his brief remarks earlier during the flag raising ceremony, Moreno instructed city officials to continue doing their jobs amid the political noise. The popular mayor also briefly talked about his filing of certificate of candidacy later today, saying today will be part of history and I hope it's destiny. Moreno and his running mate Dr. Willie Ong are expected to file their COCs for president and vice president respectively. We're being told by campaign staffers it's going to happen before lunchtime. Back to you, Pinky.
Okay, thanks a lot. Paulo Barcelon reporting to us. Well, she failed to land a Senate seat in 2019. How did that experience change her perspective in the upcoming elections? Joining us now up close and personal, Samira Gutoc. Ma'am Samira, it's good to see you again. Welcome to The Source.
Yes, good morning. Assalamualaikum. Happy Monday po, Ma'am Pinky.
Happy Monday to you too. So yesterday kayo nag-file pero almost inabot kayo dun sa deadline. I think you arrived in Sofitel at about 3 p.m. Pero nakapag-file na kayo parang 5:02, 2 minutes after dapat magsasara na yung official, yung filing that day. What happened?
I thought I was so ready po, Ma'am Pinky. So yung documents, yes, were there. Notarizing took a bit of time. Yung ng headquarters ng aksyon with me sa team ko, paano yung moving around. So kasi we were kind of organizing din a prayer interfaith gathering at the same time na I went po to Quiapo muna to meet a pastor and the Muslim community. So sabay-sabay po yung ginagawa ko and I had to fill it up. So yes, pumasok ako sa Sofitel at about 3, but I really had to kind of slowly fill it up and parang I had to replace it at time kasi yung last name and the first name nagka-interchange. So I had to wait time po, Ma'am Pinky. Na-nervyos siguro.
Ninervyos kayo. This is your second try. Ang tanong ng marami siguro, Ma'am Samira, why are you with Aksyon? Why are you running with Isko? And why aren't you running, for example, together with the likes of Attorney Chel Diokno, yung opposition noong 2019?
Ma'am Pinky, I don't even want to make kwento how my family, some of them, talagang pinuntahan ako, almost hostage and ambushed me sa Marawi. Nasabi nila, ayaw namin mahirapan ka, Sam, at mag-admin ka na lang. But you know, Pinky, that many of those na kilala ko, since I was a 16-year-old activist na talagang always protesting, opposing, and questioning. And we are entering elections. Sila po yung nag-reach out to me in a time of really, really lowest. Although, syempre, deepest partnership, collaboration, and respects sa amin sa network, Liberal Party, the youth networks, One Sambayan. I'm already, I was, organizing on the ground. But Aksyon Demokratiko was concretely saying na you have to have decision-making powers. You're part of a board, and if you want to join us, you sign up and take an oath. So siguro, Ma'am Pinky, it's a matter of not riding on two boats. Of course, I'm a small politician, pero alam ko po yung major principle sa atin sa politics. Wag naman po dalawang bangka, but VP Lenny, nagpaalam naman po ako through channels, and Senator Kiko, who I deem my father then, my campaign manager in the past, alam niya how deeply I owe so much of the sophisticated election process that we did, Ma'am Pinky, in the last election.
So nauna ho kasi yung Aksyon, that's how I'm seeing it, na sinasabi din sa inyo magdesisyon na kayo. But how big of an influence is siguro Mayor Isko Moreno in you running under his ticket, under the Action Democratico ticket?
Malaki ring factor, ma'am, in the sense that many of us in Mindanao, and I being a student activist based in Manila, alam ko po yung dynamics in Manila where most of us who are organizing para marinig ng Metro Capital Media have to go here and travel to Manila para lang marinig. And Mayor Yorme was doing some programs with us in Acubaquit through his Muslim Affairs Office. So doon po yung mga encounters namin na in a time of being stranded, in need, talaga naman pong sinasabi ng iba, political convenience. No, ma'am. At the time siguro, nobody can accuse me po na at the time na pangangailangan, kinakailangan po ng mga kababayan natin, ng mga taga Mindanao dito sa Manila, badyaw man or hindi, ng ayuda at pangangailangan. So the organization was set up and they were very concrete in partnering with me and offering me this space in their party.
So meron ng history pala dito. That's why it was not very hard for you, I guess, or you were somehow pushed or attracted to even support Mayor Isko. Ma'am, pagkunin ho kaya kayong guest candidate ng ibang mga partido, is this something you're open to?
Actually, ma'am, to disclose, no, I even asked Action if I can be a guest, and well, sabi nila no, no, not to me. So they really, siguro, I felt the sincerity na they wanted me organically, Ma'am Pinky, to them. It's like, you know, being part of one station, di ba po? So yes, I also sought out po actually, alam ko naman po na, you know, I was one of the biggest butts of trolling. At alam ko po na I wouldn't have any other chance if I wouldn't be able to reach as many as I can. And I did ask permission to other political parties or groups na would you be interested po to adopt me? And this is Ma'am Pinky, no PR handling me, no person handling me, nobody controlling me. Yes, Ma'am Pinky. So yes, you can. Pwede yung hurt po is i-bash nyo na lang sa akin, nobody else, not my mother, not anyone else na handler. Wala pong handler si Sam. But right now, I'm very grateful for all these volunteers, lawyers, volunteers who are working with me, have been very dedicated in assisting me na let's fight.
Okay, we just need to take a very short break. We will be right back.
Every night, we take a hard look at the stories and provide you with multiple points of view from here and around the world. Now, we'll bring you more news you can use from the trading floor and the global markets, and bring you more news you can trust in business and finance. Buy, sell, hold on The Final Word, weekdays at 9 p.m. only on CNN Philippines.
You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Our guest today, Senatorial aspirant Samira Gutoc. Ma'am, if I were to look back at 2019, and if I'm not mistaken, I think you placed 25th. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Pinky, very correct, ma'am. Very far, but third po sa Ocho Diretso Coalition.
Oh, third. Okay. So what are you going to do this time around? What have you learned? What do you plan to modify to do this time around to help you make it to the Magic 12?
Work harder, reach harder, walk farther, reach other non-supportive groups, because alam ko po na a pandemic really taught us a lot of lessons. Hurt and pain is collective for all. At siguro nararamdaman ko yon bilang a product of the biggest tragedy of this history natin sa Marawi Siege. So reach more, grassroots more, as many as we can reach po, Ma'am Pinky, and not hate more maybe. But of course, I will always be the fighter that you knew in the past. And happy World Teachers Day pala, ma'am, nakisingit na, no?
Opo, that's right. So sabi mo nga, you're still going to be that the fighter, medyo fearless, no, na Samira Gutoc. So let's talk about if you win, your siguro hindi, syempre you have your priorities, pero what is the one thing you would want to file, do immediately in case you make it to the Magic 12? What's the first order of business for you?
So coming from the displaced, no, yung mga taong nawalan forcibly sa kanilang mga bahay, mga buhay, kabuhayan, especially sa kwarantina, and then syempre yung trahedya ng Marawi, Zamboanga Siege, etc. I'd like to, because that is the lessons ko sa crisis, pandemic, readiness is always vital po. I would want that the displacement bill, which covers recovery plan, how to protect the vulnerable sectors, the women, and all these sectors who need the specific number one po sila sa ayuda listing, a framework that would give them protection from law, ma'am. Displaced persons bill, ma'am, is something very, very specific, ma'am, to me, to push.
Okay, and what else?
And of course, anti-discrimination, ma'am. Obvious, ma'am, ba? I am a product of a discrimination incident, no? When I was applying for a job, so alam ko po how it is for any person, LGBT man siya o hindi. So sana mga Muslims, they would understand that we are fighting for recognition of a national polity of 70 million, if not 60 million voters. At there will be things that I would really have to reach out to. Sana po hindi magtatampo ang mga katutubo na aking nire-representa.
Last question, ma'am. Do you think the 2022 elections will be a harder one for you compared to 2019?
There would be more places to cover because there are more maybe candidates, but God has his ways, Ma'am Pinky. When me and my mom survived, my family, COVID, at harder but more acceptable in a way na kakayanin because of digital accommodation. And if they're saying because COMELEC will be appointed anew by officials na bago daw next year, all from a Malacanang appointment, I won't believe that. I believe in guardianship and honoring of the democracy, and that the COMELEC is the vanguard. And thank you to them that they allowed me yesterday, despite tumagal po ako sa requirements po, ma'am. Thank you, COMELEC.
I'm sure we'll continue to hear from you, Senatorial aspirant and Mindanao civic leader, Samira Gutoc. Thank you so much for your time. And of course, ma'am, good luck to you.
Po. Thank you po. Thank you po.
Maraming salamat. Thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.